Hey y'all, Irix Guy here, and I wanted to answer the question, how do I photograph waterfalls? So a lot of times, regardless of the quality of the camera, a lot of people will take a camera out, they'll snap a photo of a waterfall, and it may end up looking something like this. And as you can see, it doesn't really look cool. It looks like a standard photo that most anyone would be able to snap with a camera phone or a high-end mirrorless camera. Now, the secret to photographing waterfalls, and you can do this in manual mode as well, but to keep things simple, what I'm going to do is show you how I shoot in shutter priority mode. You can see the little S is selected on my camera's knob. And by the way, expand this video's description, check the link there, and you can find the camera, the tripod, all the equipment like I use. So we go into shutter priority mode, and then you're going to see that 1/6, that 1/8, or that 1/9. Any of those settings are usually pretty good for capturing the milky looking water. So now you can see with shutter priority mode, look at this photo. Exact same tripod placement. The only difference was that I was using shutter priority mode and I selected the shutter speed as pictured. So it's all about shutter priority mode, and also handheld is a big no-no. Even with a camera with outstanding stabilization built in body image stabilization, one cannot trump the quality of a photo that's taken from a tripod. Because when you're using shutter priority mode, that shake's going to pick up, and even if it's not immediately noticeable, if you really pixel peep, you're probably going to find that, oh, the one with the tripod, that photo is super sharp. The one that was handheld, even if you didn't move your hands, or maybe you were leaning against a tree for support, it still probably doesn't look as good as the tripod. So for that reason, always use a tripod. And something I always do, and this is completely optional, but when you push the shutter button on the camera, that's going to briefly shake the camera. So what I do is I use a self timer. So I may set it to 5 seconds or 10 seconds. So I push the shutter button, it auto-focuses upon the waterfall, but then there's 5, 10, however many seconds you may choose before it actually snaps the photo. So what that does, when you don't use that, you're snapping the photo, this camera's gonna shake a little bit. But when you use that, it shakes briefly while you push the shutter button, but then within the 5 or 10 seconds, the shake's probably gonna go away. So to get a perfectly smooth, perfectly crisp waterfall photo, these are the tricks that I use. So I hope this video is of value. Again, it doesn't have to be super complicated. This same or similar procedure will probably work with a lot of other types of cameras. But again, to find the camera like I'm using, the lens like I'm using, the tripod like I'm using, expand this video's description and then click the link there. And you can see my tripod placement. One of the things you want to do is make sure that you've got everything framed up. So sometimes you can see I'm out on a rock, kind of in the middle of the stream that's flowing down from the waterfall. So it's a matter of what type of perspective you want to get. Typically your best perspectives are going to be, pretty much straight on without any obstructions, but there may be situations where obstructions can add a creative look to the photo. So that's where composition comes into play. But I just taught you the technical. Tell me what you think within the comment section below. Share this video with others. Subscribe if you haven't already, and ring that bell icon to be notified whenever I post another video. And be sure to check out all my other photography tutorial videos too. And on that note, if you want to support my channel, if you really like this and you feel like it's really amplified your photography game, feel free to support me on Patreon. It's patreon.com/IrixGuy. I'm an independent YouTuber, and I appreciate your support. Y'all have a good day. Hey y'all, Captain Irix Guy here. I hope y'all enjoyed this video. If you did, please be sure to subscribe. It's youtube.com/IrixGuy. And ring that bell icon when you do to be notified whenever I post another video. Thanks for your viewership, and y'all have a good day.